Hey guys, this is Brad from Max Ready, bringing you another deck profile. This one is for a Ninetales Hoopa Safeguard deck that will be legal when we get Shining Legends, which I'm really excited about. So, I'll just get started. So starting with Pokemon, we have 4 Vulpix. This Vulpix is the one with Beacon. We have 4 Ninetales, which is the Ninetales that has Luminous Barrier, which is prevent all effects of attacks, including damage done to this Pokemon by your opponent's GX or EX Pokemon. The other thing is, this is not like Glaceon, where it says if it's something active. This is anywhere, so obviously it's regular Safeguard. This is the Hoopa EX, which I believe has 100 hit points, or 110 hit points, one or the other, that has the same effect. The only difference is, the Hoopa EX does not say by your opponents, it just says by EX and GX Pokemon. So if you had an EX or a GX that happened to hit the bench, kind of like Phosphorus with Deluge, then you could then go ahead and use it. And it wouldn't affect it, which is really nice. And 2 Tapu Lele GX. I was originally running without the Tapu Lele. It's just a Guzma target, so it's kind of one of those things where it's like, I don't really like it, but you really have to get there because you have to get your supporters. You have to get them early, so it just means that you have to go ahead and run 2 of them. Now on to our supporter line. We have 1 Lolly, 1 Skyla, 1 Ninja Boy. You can put the Skyla or the Ninja Boy up to 2 if you wanted. I'm thinking about possibly putting Ninja Boy up to 2, just that way like I can get a Lele, and if I have everything else I need, I can just Lele to a Ninja Boy to go ahead and put a one of the Hoopa EXs. And for those who don't know, the Hoopa in Shining Legends is dark, so yay dark. I also have 1 Bridget, just because, I mean, you can go Ninetales, Bridget first turn, or Vulpix, Bridget first turn, bring out either of the Vulpixes, or even, depending on the matchup, you can go ahead and bring out the Hoopa EXs. In some instances, you actually are going to bring out the Hoopas versus the Vulpix, and sometimes I'm even going to search the Ninetales. You're actually probably going to ditch them, especially in like the Bisharp matchup, which will probably be a thing, as well as the Metagross matchup. Just because Metagross can go ahead and attack with some of its Pokemon, you just don't want them to hit for weakness. If you don't have to have them hit for weakness. I play 3 Guzma just because their attacks do hit for 80, so that's really good. So like you can Guzma out, like say like a Kirlia, for example, that has like 80 hit points, or something else that just has 80 hit points, and you just kill it before they get to like the Gallade, which is pretty good. I run 3 Sycamore. I do run 4 N. And one other card that I run, just because a lot of this deck is literally just draw and pass. That's really what you most of the time want to be doing, so that you're maintaining a lot of card advantage over your opponent while slowing the game down. You're going to go ahead and run 4 Wick. I definitely like Wick for that, just because it's like, well, it's an N, but like if your opponent has 6 prizes, which most of the time they're going to, if they get down, they're like, oh, well, he can end me. Really, you want to go for that Wick, because you just want to go, Wick, I get my cards, I refresh my hand, you don't get the extra 5 or so cards that you would have gotten had I not. On to our item line. So we have 1 Rusty Stretcher. So one of these special charges is supposed to be Professor's Letter, just so you can get which you need, whether it's going to be a dark energy or a water energy. I just don't for some reason can't find mine. Here's a special charge. So I'm going to need 1 special charge, 1 Professor's Letter, 2 Field Blower, 2 Bodybuilding Dumbbells, just because it goes ahead and bumps up that Ninetales. It doesn't really give it any attack, but it does go ahead and boost it up if you need it in some matchups. 2 Choice Band for Ultra Ball, and 3 Brooklet Hill to run out my trainers. I like the Brooklet Hill just because it can go ahead and get the Vulpix and get it ready. It's also just really more most of the time you're just going to be using it to bounce stadiums. That's really all you're going to be doing. So it kind of is what it is. Now on to energy. So both Hoopa and Ninetales are a energy cost of their type plus a DCE. So that's really good. It makes the matchup, I mean, it's pretty awesome because you just go, oh, Professor's Letter for this. Put this here, oh, I have 2 DCs. And so as you're slow rolling your opponent, you can just build up really quickly. I run 1 Water, 2 Dark, which I also don't have for whatever reason. So here's what I play. I play this in my Ninetales. I do go ahead and play the Splash Energy. I like being able to keep recycling that Ninetales. So if you are in a bad spot, you can still go ahead and recycle the Ninetales and keep using it. It's not as good as it is in Ninetales just because you obviously run more water than you do run Aqua Patch, but you can go ahead and keep using it. I do run 3 Rainbow Energy just because obviously they are separate energy types, so you really kind of want to run that. And I do run the 4 DC. So that's kind of how I have it built right now. This is one of my pet decks of the format, along with Marshadow. I can't wait till we get this in October, so I can get my 4 Hoopa. There are going to be a lot of things that are really switching to a lot of like GX-only decks without alternate attackers. Obviously, like, you have to watch out for the Bisharp matchup. But I mean, again, like, so like you can run, like, if you wanted to, 2 Wick and 2 Kukui, just so you could go, well, I'm going to Kukui, and then I'm going to still knock it out, because you're still hitting it for enough damage, which is really nice. So it's one of those things you can really cut. Like, if you want to go down to 3 Guzma, from 3 Guzma to 2 Guzma, and they'll still cut 3 Wick, you can still go, and if you wanted to, put in, like, 2 Kukui, just so you can go Lele, Search, kill the Bisharp, which is really nice. Obviously, Guzma's good in that matchup because you just Guzma out whatever has an energy attached to it, then kill the baby. Obviously, with the special charge, I run Professor's Letter. You could also just simply run 2 special charge, just because, I mean, a lot of the time you're really just, you're drawing and passing most of the time. Or drawing and attacking into passing, I should say. Because that's really what you want to do. And if you want to run Ninja Boy, you could also cut, go down to 3 Hoopa or 3 Ninetales, since you are running the Splash Energy, to go ahead and then run, like, say, a Drampa, for example, that can be somewhat devastating to some decks. It is one of those things. You could also run, like, Enhanced Hammers, you could run full-on Energy Denial. This is one version of the deck. I will be putting up a couple of them, because there are some ways that you can play it that are definitely different than this. So you could go ahead and, like, cut a lot of this and just play, like, 4 T-Rocket's Handiwork, 4 Flare Grunt, and then nothing but, like, N and Wick. Because that's just kind of how it is. You can also run, like, Glaceons in here, but at that point, like, you're better off to just run Water or Ninetales box, because it is just a little bit more consistent with adding in the Glaceons. I tend to like this. It's really interesting. It's really fun. Not necessarily for your opponent, but it's very fun for you, because you really are just, it's more like you're playing Solitaire, which is pretty interesting. Because there aren't a lot of decks in Pokemon where it's like, well, I'm just going to play Solitaire. I'm just going to sit here and play my deck, and it's very controlly. Granted, there are some things that do have the ability to play around it. It's just one of those things whether or not, you know, you're going to see them. Especially with Volcania in the format, this is definitely really good because it does go ahead and hit for 160. If you do put a choice band on it, it does hit for 220. So it does hit those Volcanions. It does knock them out. It hits the Turtonators, which is really nice. And you're obviously knocking out baby Volcanions with a simple attack. And with being able to just simply like pick up, like, just go ahead and pick up the whole line and then keep going is pretty good. So share, like, subscribe, comment down below what you think, any changes that you might make. I'm always up for suggestions. I definitely am up for playing a few games. I am working on getting all of this stuff and everything on PTCGO so we can start doing deck lists on there, as well as doing some streaming, and even going ahead and doing some live matches, and bringing you lots and lots of content. Thanks for watching. May your lives be as max rarity as my decks. All of you have a great day.